Hello, Refuge. Good to see you guys again. For announcements this week, we have next week, Wednesday the 22nd, Nerf game night. There's still a few signups left. You guys should really sign up. It's going to be super fun. I got to play with the Nerf guns with Paul and Jonathan when we made the promo video, which you guys can watch on YouTube. And it was so fun. These things are the coolest things ever. We're meeting in person. Guys, sign up. gracechurchstudent.org. Sign up right now. Pause your video. Go sign up. Just do it. It is going to be awesome. I'll see you guys there. Anyway, announcements are done. Now, we finished our Read That Again sermon series, and now we are starting a new sermon series. This sermon series is I Pity the Fool. If you guys have seen the A-Team, there's a guy on there who goes, I pity the fool. And that is what this week is all about. The next 6 weeks are all about pitying the fool. So, this week, the name of my lesson, sermon, mini-series thingy is The Grand or Not So Grand Coup. Now, coup, what does coup mean? And it's spelled C-O-U-P, so it's like coop. What does coop mean? It's pronounced coup, and I will read you the definition right here on my phone, looked up on Google. A coup, a sudden, violent, and illegal seizure of power from a government. So there's different coups in history of people who go and it's like there's one government and a different set of people overthrow them violently and push them out, and they want to be in charge. Now, this is a not so grand coup. That means it didn't really work. But let's talk about this coup that happened in the Bible, or they tried to make happen in the Bible. So first I'm going to give you a background. If you've ever heard of the Tower of Babel, that is what we're talking about today. So the Tower of Babel happened right after Noah. So you guys know Noah, not Noah Schlange, but I'm talking about Noah from the Bible, who Noah was named after. Noah and the Great Flood. So the whole earth was flooded, the entire earth was flooded, and there was just Noah and his family left. And the Tower of Babel happens fairly soon after that. Noah's family there's a few generations where they start to fill the earth, and then Genesis 11:4. They say this. Then they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower with its top in the heavens, and let us make a name for ourselves." That doesn't seem too bad, but when you really look through it, what's the top in the heavens? What does that even mean? When they say, let us make a tower and a city with its top in the heavens, they're trying to be on the level of God. They're trying to reach God. They're trying to do it on their own. God had told them, fill the earth. Go out, fill the earth. And instead, they were trying to stay in one spot, build a huge tower that they could all live in, control everyone, replace God as ruler in the heavens. This was trying to be a coup, a violent, horrible coup. But this is not so grand coup, because Genesis 11:7, God says, "Come, let us go down." Which there's more to that verse, and that's when he scatters all the people and changes their languages and confuses them. But when God says, "Come, let us go down," that is showing that they built this tower as high as they could, and they were trying to reach God, to be God, and God still came down to them. So they weren't even close to getting to God. So it's not so grand of a coup. But even if they weren't so close, they were trying to overthrow God, to get to the heavens, so then they can be in charge, so that they can have power and fame. It said, let's make a name for ourselves. A name for ourselves. Are we still doing that today? Are we still trying to make a name for ourselves? Maybe we aren't building towers to reach God, but what are we doing to try to replace God as rulers in our lives, in heaven? We're trying to make names for ourselves here on earth. We try to get fame, power, money. There's movie stars. Have you ever seen American Idol? It's literally called idol. An idol is something that you worship, bow down, something that would replace God. These are all things that we try to get so we can make a name for ourselves, to be remembered. We want people to, in 100 years from now, be like, wow, that Joshua Bridges, he was so cool. I wish I could be like him. Why? We should instead hope that they remember and say, wow, isn't God so amazing? Because he has done so many amazing things in that random guy's life who's dead. That's what I hope when I die. So that whole part is the foolishness. So I pity the fool, this sermon series. So in each message, there's going to be a foolish side and a truth side to counteract that foolish part. So the foolish part is thinking that we can get to heaven on our own, that we can overthrow God, that we can be like God in our own way by ourselves. That is false. Completely false. I pity the fool. John 14:6. Jesus is talking and he goes, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Now that is a truth. We can't get there on our own. And you know what? I know we're not in this series again, but I just want to read that again. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. That was said by Jesus himself. No one gets to God except through him. We can't get there on our own. No money, power, fame, American Idol, no skills that we have, no tower that we can build as high as we can get us to God, can make us more like God, can bring us closer to God. The only thing that can bring us closer to God is Jesus. There's nothing else that can bring us closer to God. Nothing we can do. There's nothing I can do to make myself get closer to God. The only thing that can make me get closer to God is to believe in Jesus, to follow him to God. A saving faith in Jesus can make us closer to God. That is awesome. Because we can get closer to God. It's not impossible. It's just impossible on our own. We must believe in him and be saved of our sins and live with God forever. There's no other way we can live with him forever. If we don't, we live in hell forever. But the truth is, he is the way, the truth, and the life. And we can get to the Father through him. That is salvation. If you guys aren't saved, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about a saving faith, then talk to me. Talk to Paul. Talk to any of our leaders. You can call them. My phone number is 707-367-3788. Call me right now. I will pick up my phone and answer it. But that is the truth. That is salvation. That is how we can spend eternity with God. And it's not going to be some boring thing. It's going to be amazing. We're going to love every second of it. It's going to be the best thing ever. And that is the truth. Now I pity the fool who doesn't know that truth. So that is why I'm bringing you this truth today. Follow Jesus. He is the way. Follow Jesus. He is the truth. Follow Jesus. He is the life. And no one can get to God without him. Follow Jesus today. See you later, guys.